Hi everybody, this is Luli here, and I'm just doing a little video tonight on doing blueberry pie filling. I said I had a lot of blueberries, and I do. I'm going to show you some of the blueberries that I have. I got these from a blueberry farm. I know someone that works on one, so I was lucky enough to get a whole lot of these blueberries. And the pie filling that I'm going to make tonight makes 7 quarts of pie filling. And what you need, I'll show you the ingredients. 6 quarts of blueberries. You need 6 cups of granulated sugar and 2 1/4 cups of clear gel. And clear gel is like a modified cornstarch, but it's really good because it doesn't break down like cornstarch. You can freeze it, you can can with it, and it doesn't lose that viscosity that you need to keep a really nice pie, or really anything that you're making. You can use this clear gel. It cannot be purchased, I don't believe, in stores. You can get it online. I get it from our county extension office, so look for it. It's called clear gel. You also get a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. There's going to be 7 cups of water and food coloring. It says it's optional to use blue, 20 drops of blue or 7 drops of red food coloring. I don't have any red, so I'm going to try it with just the blue. So what you do first of all is you get your pot boiling, and you want to blanch your blueberries. This is half. This is 3 quarts of blueberries, and once it gets to a boil, you want to blanch them for 1 minute and then keep them hot. So I'm going to put them in this bowl and cover them with this dish, and then do the next set. And then after those are blanched, I'll use this pot back here to mix all the other ingredients, and then quickly you mix it all together, fold in the blueberries, put it in your jars. And my jars are in my turkey fryer because it's deep enough to keep me happy and the water doesn't come out. So as soon as these have blanched and the second bunch is in there, these are actually starting to boil, so they're about ready to give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll put them in there and do the second bunch. So when that's ready, we'll be back with you. Alright, the blueberries are about blanched. I've got the first set blanched, and the second set is in there right now, and it's getting hot, and as soon as that boils, we'll be done with those. Meanwhile, it says to add the sugar into a pot, so we're going to put the whole bunch of sugar and the clear gel, and you're going to mix that in there. And then it says to add the water, so I'm going to put 7 cups of water. Okay, sorry about that. Here's the 7 cups of water. We're going to mix all that up. And it says if desired, you can go ahead and add the food coloring now, but we'll just make sure this is mixed up real well, and then we'll add the food coloring. Meanwhile, I think my blueberries are about done over there, so we will go over here and pour them into the pot. So I'm going to take a look at that, and I'll take you with me for that. So they're almost ready to boil, almost ready to go in that dish, in that bowl. So once they get in there, then we'll have it all ready to go. Meanwhile, we're going to mix up this clear gel and the sugar, and I'll come back to you as soon as that's done. Alright, I've got all the blueberries strained and put in this dish, and they're all ready to go. And then I have here is the clear gel with the water and the sugar, and I'm going to stir that until the mixture thickens. Oh, my light just burned out. So I'm cooking it over medium heat, and that clear gel actually will start thickening things up. Now it said it's optional to add some food coloring, and I think I will, because that doesn't look very good. So I'm going to set you right here and try to add a little food coloring to that. I don't have red, so I'm just going to add some blue. It says 20. I'm not much of a counter. I don't like to add a whole lot of additives like that to my home canned foods, but sometimes it's okay. So now I'm going to let this go for a little bit until it gets thicker. I don't know how long it'll take, so I'll tell you when I come back how long it actually took. Over medium heat until it gets thick and bubbly. Alright, you can see how thick this is. It said to cook it until it's thick and begins to boil, or bubble, and then you're supposed to add the lemon juice and get it to a boil and boil it for 1 minute, and that kind of loosens it up, that lemon juice. So we're going to get it to a boil and boil 1 minute. This is really interesting stuff. I've never used it before, so this is quite a concept for me. So I'm going to get it to a boil and let it boil 1 minute with the lemon juice in it, and then you put the blueberries in it and mix it up and jar it up. So we'll be back in a second after I get this to boil, and we boil it 1 minute. I'll show you blending in the blueberries, and we'll put them in the jars. Alright, there we are. And actually, after the lemon juice set for about, it kind of is like a gel. But it's supposed to be really great for pie fillings. So now what we need to do is mix in the blueberries. And this will probably loosen that up quite a bit. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay. Now we're going to mix that into that gel. If any of you have used this clear gel in this kind of thing, a lot of the canning books recommend it now for pie fillings and things, and it is kind of loosening it up, and the color's blending a little bit better so it doesn't look such a weird color blue. And blueberries, when they're cooked, you know, they're not blue, they're really a purple. So we're going to mix this up real good. Try not to break up a lot of those blueberries. So it's kind of blending up real nice. And I can see where that clear gel helps keep this consistency real thick. And the reason I'm doing quarts is because I read somewhere that quarts, it takes about 1 quart of home canned pie filling to do a standard pie. So of course you can always use that for your cobblers or crumbles, those kind of things. So I'm going to give this a good mix, and we'll be back when we're ready to fill some jars. Alright, ready to jar it up. I'm going to get my jars out of the pot where I have them sterilizing, and I'm going to do one of these guys at a time. Okay. Put the funnel in this jar. And here we go. Pie filling. And we're going to fill that to about 1 inch headspace because this is going to expand. You want to make sure that you have enough headspace for it. You want to get those air bubbles out of there. You can see them in the jar too, so you want to kind of go around and get as many of those out of there as you can. And a little bit more on there on the top would be great. All right. That looks good right there. And get that off of there. Now we're going to wipe the top of that guy good and clean. Kind of hot. I'm going to wipe this good. I like to wipe real good. And then get a lid Pop on there, never touch the underside of the lid. Screw on the lid top. And use my tool. I got this tool, like gadgets. Hot. Alright, I think that's on there good. Alright, so I'm going to fill the rest of these and we'll put them in the pot and then we'll let them come to a boil and boil for 30 minutes, and when that's done, I'll show them to you. Alright everybody, I have all the jars filled and I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarts and a half and a pint in there. Anyway, I'm doing them for 30 minutes. Once they reach a boil, you go for 30 minutes and then you turn it off and let them sit for 5 minutes before you remove them from the counter. And then we'll set them right here on this blue towel. I chose blue to honor the blueberry. So as soon as they're done, we'll come back and see what they look like when we put them on the towel. Alright everybody, the blueberries are done. The blueberry pie filling, this is so awesome. Let's just take it out of here and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. That looks very dark. You can't really see, but if you were looking at it under the light that I'm looking at it, you would see that it's a really purple color, and you can tell that this is going to be an awesome blueberry pie in the future. So let me pull all these out here. And it's okay if there's that water on the top of those quarts. You don't have to tilt them because they will evaporate off, and that's okay. And so what I have in here is I have a little pint, because I had just enough to fill a pint jar. And I think what I'll do with that is I will use it for maybe a crumble. Just for the two of us this weekend, we'll have a quick crumble. Let me see if I can pull this up in the light, and I don't know if you can see the bits of blueberries in there, and it looks like it's gonna be good. So there it is. 5 quarts and a little pint of blueberry pie filling that I can just whip up a pie in the middle of winter, and it'll sound like I just made it from, or it'll taste like I just made it from scratch, and it's gonna be wonderful. Thanks for watching, and this is proof that you can live well no matter what.